When the wilderness falls silent, a sense of unease starts to creep in.
Monkey. There's somebody. I tell you what, I knew there was somebody out there.
These are the moments that camping trips went from peaceful to horrifying. Case number 1, the YouTube channel Overland Nomad, is run by a U.S. adventurer who loves vehicle travel, nature, and camping. On February 24th, 2026, he scheduled a camping trip with his dog, but the experience ended up being quite different from his expectations.
¿Qué pasó? ¿Qué pasó? ¿Qué? ¿Necesita hacer llamada? ¿Qué necesita?
A ver si me podía ayudarme a sacar la ropita. Lo que pasa es que quedó así pegadita.
Piper, you scared me, dude. I kid you not, I was cooking and I was just having to stare through the window and I see a light like coming up, like someone walking. And it freaked me out. I got my protection and I grabbed Piper because Piper will attack. And yeah, it was a lady. I saw there was a car that went up to the East Cut. And I do know that there's one car out there. I could see its lights, and I guess they're stuck. But look, I would love to help, but I'm by myself. There's no one out here. And I don't know if it's a trap. I don't know. So, you know, I offered to call, you know, I have signal. She said she didn't. I said, well, I can call, you know, you can use my phone. But yeah, that's sketchy.
Woman's behavior made him uneasy, prompting him to trust his instincts and leave the campsite in haste.
Alright guys, well, I was thinking about just camping a few miles south, but then I spoke to my wife and she had a good point. She's like, that just sounds super sketchy. She's like, I don't know how you're gonna go to sleep. And I said, yeah, you're right. And I did call, I called 911. I called the county just to report it. And they said they couldn't do much. They're like, we can't send anyone out there to like rescue or anything. Like they're on their own on that one. And then I told them my predicament and the guy was like, oh yeah, that sounds super sketchy. I'd probably leave. So I calmly packed my items and then I'm heading south now. And at this point, I think I'm just gonna go home because
This encounter shows that solo camping in remote areas can be unpredictable. Even if the surroundings seem calm, unexpected encounters with people can alter the situation. And I must say he made the right choice by prioritizing his safety over adventure. Case number 2. Steve is a guy who loves stealth camping, and he camps in a converted Transit Custom stealth van. No matter what the roads throw at him, whether good or bad, Steve documents his adventures and posts them on his YouTube channel, Steve the Transit Camper. In April 2026, Steve and his wife decided to go on a road trip, which was a typical outing for them. However, as night fell, the atmosphere changed dramatically.
Monkey. Monkey. There's someone outside.
Could be just people from the pub.
No. It's 2 o'clock in the morning. Did you not feel that?
It's windy though.
Eh?
It's wind.
No. There were people outside by the back of the van talking. Did you not hear that? Maybe I'm wrong. Let's have a look outside. Can't see anything. Did you hear that then?
I can hear noises, but it just sounds like wind and talking. People just walking past.
But there's nobody walking past on the cameras, is there? So that can't be right, can it?
No, I mean people coming out of the pub.
Yeah,
Walking
alright.
home or something.
Okie dokie. Let's try going back to sleep. Night, folks.
Even though they tried to sleep, they still felt uneasy, so they decided to step outside to see things for themselves. However, they saw nothing and brushed off the weird feeling as a trick of the light and a false alarm. Eventually, they decided to return to their van and settle back down, but the calm did not last.
That isn't the wind. That's people outside. That's... I've just seen two lads there. What's... Can you hear people outside?
Well, I can, but we are outside a pub, so... What's that yellow flashing light?
That's the zebra crossing, but there's somebody. I tell you what, I knew there was somebody out there. Who is that? That's two kids messing around, isn't it? I can't flick the cameras on properly. Can't even see who it is. For fuck's sake. Who the fuck? Right, well that's me terrified. What are we doing now? Monkey.
Nothing.
What do you mean, nothing?
They've gone now.
But why were they doing that?
Just idiots.
Just idiots. Well, I can't drink. I can't drive, can I? Well, I'm not going to sleep now. What time is it? Get your phone, just have a look what time it is.
$4:14.
4:14, and you say there are a couple of idiots. What, just wandering around pulling door handles on vans?
Yeah. But they've gone.
Oh, well, they have gone, yeah. I won't sleep now. I was just proper in deep sleep then as well.
Although many van campers have a fake break-in attempt in their back catalog, but very few have CCTV footage to prove it, and Steve happens to be one of them. Eventually, after what must have felt like a very long time, the intruders left, but neither Steve nor his wife could sleep after that. as they just lay watching their camera feed to see if the intruders would appear again. Case number 3. On March 30th, 2025, Casey, the creator behind the YouTube channel Casey Johnston, shared a disturbing encounter she had while parked alone in a small, quiet town in southern Utah.
Good morning, you guys. I hope you're all having a lovely day whenever you're watching this. If you have seen my other vlogs, you're probably thinking to yourself, wow, that was a really short morning montage, because usually I would show you guys me making coffee or breakfast here in the van, and that is just not what happened this morning. In fact, Olive and I had a fairly unsettling morning, and I'm going to tell you guys about it. And if you're new here, hi, I'm Casey. I live in my self-converted camper van, full-time on the road with my cat Olive. So just for some context, we are in a very small town in southern Utah, and we have already switched spots, but the spot we were at last night and this morning was actually a big dirt pull-off off the main road going in and out of town. So Olive and I woke up fairly early. I started working on my computer and recording some footage for the vlog, and I noticed at about 7 a.m. a black car went past us very slowly on the main road here. The speed limit is 40 miles an hour, and this car was going maybe 15 to 20 miles an hour, which struck me as odd, but they kept driving, so I really didn't think much of it. Until about 5 minutes later, the same car came back down the road and pulled off into the same lot as us and actually drove behind the van. And I was close enough to the car at this point that I could see there were 2 men in it. One was driving and one was in the passenger seat. And they actually went up a little road that was behind the lot that we were parked in. And they got to the end of the road, turned right back around, and then very slowly started coming back down the road towards the van. So this whole time I'm sat up here in the cab area very discreetly trying to watch what they're doing out this driver's side window. But once they got close enough back towards the van, I actually moved from up here into the back area because that is where I keep my safety items. And unfortunately, I don't have a window on the driver's side back there, so I lost my visual of them, but I could hear that they pulled their car up right along the driver's side of the van, and they actually honked their horn at us, which of course I ignored. And after I didn't respond to their honk, one of them got out of the car and came up and started knocking on my driver's side window, which I also ignored. And just to clarify, this was not a police car, this was not a security car. These were just 2 dudes in a car. So a couple minutes after I ignored the knocking, they finally left. They went back out onto the road and I watched them slowly drive away. At this point, I knew I needed to leave.
Imagine 2 unknown men approaching a woman who is alone in an isolated location. This situation can be frightening for anyone, right? Regardless of their intentions, I would make the same decision she did and leave for safety reasons. You might think that would be the end of the story, but there is actually more to it.
At this point, I knew I needed to leave the lot, but I wasn't sure where I was going to go because, again, this is a small town and it is surrounded by very desolate areas. So the last thing I wanted to do was immediately try to leave town, drive out into the middle of nowhere, and have them follow me. So I was looking up on my phone options for places to go, and I kid you not, 30 to 45 minutes later, the same car comes back down the road and pulls off on a street just up the road from us. So my brain is immediately telling me, oh, these guys are up the street and now they're just watching you. So I decided to come here, about 3 minutes away, to a local breakfast joint. I didn't see them follow me, and I haven't seen them in the hour that I've been sat here now. But yeah, pretty weird morning. So all that to say, you guys, I've decided Olive and I are driving about 2 hours away from here today. I feel better about doing it now that it's later in the day and there are just more cars on the road.
She made the right choice by going to a location crowded with people, which helped ease the tension she felt. Now, imagine if she hadn't been vigilant enough and those guys had bad intentions towards her. She would be telling a very different story. That's why, as an adventurer, it's crucial to be aware and vigilant of your surroundings, and most importantly, to trust your instincts because you may never know what they might be saving you from. Case number 5. Brad, an avid documenter of paranormal sites and camping in Ontario, shares his adventures on his YouTube channel, Exploring with Brad. Despite knowing the forest can be unsettling, he keeps returning. Let's see how his latest experience unfolds.
Welcome back to this next exciting adventure of camping, guys. We are back at the Bigfoot teepee, Bigfoot forest. I don't know what to expect. Coming here by myself, I seem to get really creepy things. Now I'm out with the group, so hopefully we can actually check out this whole forest and see what else is available. I thought that I heard something out that way. I don't know. It's coming from that side again. It sounded like a person, like a woman or something. Hello? Is anyone out there? What the hell's going on? Yeah, I don't know.
He was unsettled by the scream of a strange woman, thinking no one should be outside on such a cold night. Eventually, he dismissed his discomfort and went to bed. But then something very disturbing occurred.
When you close your eyes, is it hell you see?
Fuck! Oh my God!
When you close your eyes, is it hell you see?
Fuck! Oh my God! Oh my God! I thought I heard something just say, "Leave us now." Oh frick! I can't stay here. I gotta get out of here.
Disturbed by what he had just heard, he decided to leave the forest that night, still grappling with the strange experiences that had unfolded. As he moved through the shadows of the trees, this happened.
Is anyone out there? Yo, what the hell was that? Oh my goodness, that creeped me out. I don't even see anything out there. Alright, let's go back. Let's go back. Fudge. That was creepy. I'm gonna need some charges for that. For the trenches if I find them. So I definitely need to go back. Anything on that side? Oh man, that was laughing. Coming from over here. It sounded like a girl laughing. Hello? Is anyone out there? Okay. Yikes.
Brad felt a whirlwind of emotions in just one night and decided he had enough. Surrounded by eerie forest sounds and footsteps in the trenches, He declared it one of the creepiest nights he had ever filmed. Case number 6. The creator of the YouTube channel Adventuras en Califas is an outdoorsman who shares his adventures with viewers. One day, while hiking in the woods, he had an unexpected experience.
Aquí vamos, mi gente, pero como les digo, este desierto es muy traicionero y complicado también. Aquí encontré un arroyito donde corre el agua.
Initially, everything appeared to be normal, with nothing unusual in sight. However, it wasn't long before the atmosphere transformed from a sense of calm to sheer chaos.
Vamos a continuar, mi raza. Hoy. Están disparando, mi raza. Están disparando por aquel lado. ¿Quién sabe? Hoy nomás. Tan fuertes los disparos, mi gente, por allá. Hoy nomás. Mi raza, están disparando. Acaba de pasar una camioneta ahorita. Quién sabe si serán ellos. Ahorita hace rato escuché una camioneta pasar por ahí. Hoy nomás. Hoy nomás, mi raza.
The source of the gunshots was unclear at first, but when a truck drove by, it became obvious. What started as a peaceful solo hike quickly turned into a frantic search for safety.
Oigan, mi raza, la balacera que se oye. Yo estoy aquí tirado, en el monte. Uy. Y es que pasó una camioneta. Ya había pasado una y ahorita pasó otra. Hoy nomás. Pero no se escuchaba nada, mi gente, nomás de que pasó la camioneta. Se oyen más carros por allá. Hoy. Ya se oyó una camioneta que salió arrancando para allá rápido.
Minutes went by with growing tension, but eventually, silence fell. What exactly happened that day is still a mystery. Whether it was just careless target practice or something more serious is unclear. One thing is sure, he was lucky to escape the situation unharmed. That's it for today. Thank you so much for watching. If you enjoy these kinds of videos, don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe for more.